Well, first of all, I want to welcome everybody who is here tonight to celebrate the naming of the Pargh Family Grocery. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Danielle Hartman, and I'm the CEO of Jewish Family Services. And I know many of you have been to the pantry before, but for those of you who are here for the first time, this pantry was opened in 2012. But our food pantry was started many years ago by Madeline and some other people, and I know other speakers are going to talk about the history of the pantry, but one of the things that made moving into this space so special was that we had some expanded capacities to store food, to create this beautiful shopping area, which I know was very important to Madeline and Eugene, and so I think it's so apt that we are now going to be naming it the Pargh Family Grocery. And we are beyond thrilled that Andy Pargh, the son of Madeline and Eugene, could be with us tonight to celebrate this really, really wonderful achievement. So,
in behalf of my sister Linda, my brother Bernie, first, thank you all for being here tonight. This really means a lot to our family, and I know this would mean a lot to my mom and dad. For those of you who knew my mom and dad, you know how special the food pantry was to my mom. It was, of all the organizations she was involved with, this one just took her heart. For those of you who knew my dad, you know he had one rule: short speeches. He did not like long speeches. So in order to honor both of them, again, let me just say thank you. We consider this an honor. What you need to know about my folks, it's very simple. They grew up in Nashville. And as all the kids did, they raised their family there. But when they first met, neither one of them really had anything. You know, my mom was the youngest of a large family. My dad, his father suffered, a great financial loss in the Depression. And they knew what it was like to go without. When they got together and they raised a family, things started getting good for them. You know, my dad had a rule: the harder you work, the luckier you get. When he started getting lucky, him and my mom both continued to give back to their communities, not only in Tennessee, but in their new home in South Florida. The food pantry is something I remember when I would come over to have dinner with them, my mom would just beam at the early days of the food pantry. She would be talking about the day that they got their first truck, and they would be talking to grocery stores about getting other food. It really gave her not only her sense of community, it was just her sense of well-being. She knew she was doing the right things for others in her community. You know, having made South Florida their home for so many decades, I feel honored to have had my parents get involved with Jewish Family Services, with Ruth Rails, the food pantry, as this is just something that we can be proud of just for decades to come. Otherwise, Danielle, thank you very much. You know, we're very fortunate to have you as the helm. Ron, we go back a lot of years. Thank you for your leadership. For those of you I haven't met, I hope to meet you. Thank you very much.